Today we're going to be discussing area and perimeter of quadrilaterals. More specifically, we're going to be focusing on rectangles and squares. So, first, what we want to do is we want to know our formula. When I'm looking at area, I'm going to be looking at area, or A, is equal to base times height. So, if I'm looking at a square, okay, I'd have base times height, all right? Now, with perimeter is using a different operation. So area uses multiplication, perimeter uses addition. So I have side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 plus side 4. So remember, perimeter, I add up all four sides of a quadrilateral. So I would add up all four sides of my square. And with area, I only need to know the length of two sides. I need to know the length of two different sides. So this will come in handy when we're looking at a rectangle like this. This would be my base and my height. Even though that looks like another B, I'm just going to change that quickly to an H. So, now that we have our two formulas, let's go ahead and take a look at some example problems. So let's take a look at this square. So I know the length of two sides, but I also know the length of all the sides. We remember when we were learning about similar figures that if any side has the same number of tick marks as another side, those two sides are equal. So since all four sides have one tick mark through them, those are all going to be 6 inches. So when I'm looking at perimeter, I want to add up the length of all four sides. So I have 6 inches for all four sides. So I'm going to do 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. So then I do the addition and I get 24. Am I done yet? No, I am not. What am I missing? My units, that's correct. So my perimeter would be 24 inches. So now let's try and calculate my area. Remember, my area is base times height. So I'm going to plug that in. So I have A is equal to 6 times 6. My area is going to be 36. But I'm going to continue my units. Now these are more advanced. You'll worry about this more in algebra and in high school. But our units are squared because we multiplied them together. So area is in 36 inches squared. Let's take a look at another problem. So let's take a look at this rectangle. This rectangle has one side that is 2 centimeters and one side that is 10 centimeters. Now I just added the tick marks so that way we can be able to read those. So we know that rectangles have two sets of congruent sides. We could see that with our tick marks. So now first I want to do my perimeter. So we're going to call this side 1, side 2, side 3, and side 4. So I have 2 plus 10 plus 2 plus 10. So when I look at this, I can just do 2 plus 10 plus 2 plus 10. So I get 12 plus 12, which is 24. Am I done yet? No, what am I missing? My units, very good. 24 centimeters. Now let's do my area. Remember, I'm doing area is equal to base times height. So I have A is equal to 2 times 10. Area is going to be equal to 20. Can't forget my units, the m. Remember, since we're multiplying, those are going to be squared. So I have area is equal to 20 centimeters squared. Let's take a look at one more problem. Let's take a look at this one last problem. I have a rectangle here. One side is 11.7 millimeters and the other side length is 3.5 millimeters. Remember, the same amount of tick marks on more than one side mean that those two sides are congruent. So my horizontal lines are congruent and my vertical lines are congruent. So let's do my perimeter question first. So I'm going to add up the length of all my sides. So I have P is equal to 3.5 plus 11.7 plus 3.5 plus 11.7. When you do that addition, you get 30.4. Am I done? No. What am I missing? My units. Very good. So I'm going to put millimeters. So my perimeter is 30.4 millimeters. Let's take a look at area. So I remember my area is base times height. So I'm going to do area is equal to 11.7 times 3.5. I do that on my calculator. And area is equal to 40.95. Can't forget my units. Millimeters squared. So this has been calculating area and perimeter of quadrilaterals. And don't forget, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact your teacher.